Right, let's look at a more complicated equation, one that's got brackets in it, such as this one. What does this equation mean? Well, translating it into English, it says there's a number that when I add 10 to it and multiply the result by 3, I get 36. Of course, remember, we do what's in the brackets first. So I've got a number unknown to you, but I know what it is. I add 10 to it and the result is multiplied by 3 to get 36. All right, so my translation gives me a roadmap for how to solve this question. What happened here? Add 10 and then times by 3. So working backwards, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the inverse of those two operations in reverse order. So what was the last thing that happened? It was multiply by 3. So we get rid of that first. X add 10. And now that the times by 3 is gone, I don't need the brackets, so I can remove those at the same time. Now, how did I get rid of times by 3? Well, the inverse of times by 3 is divide by 3. Okay, so I divide by 3 on this side, which means I divide by 3 on this side, and that gives me 12 here. X add 10 equals 12. Translate this. Okay, what does it say? It says a number add 10 makes 12. All right, I don't want a number add 10 to make 12. I want the number on its own, so get X on its own. How? By getting rid of the add 10. How? By taking away 10. If you do it on one side, you have to do it on the other side. So my number is 2. All right. My number is 2. Let's check that that's correct. So this is now 2 add 10, which is 12. 3 times 12 is 36. So again, I'm doing things in reverse order and I'm checking that they're right. Now this is quite nice. It's quite a nice question, this one, because 3 goes into 36. 3 is a factor of 36. All right. What if the coefficient of the bracket, the number in front of the brackets that's multiplying them, 3, what if it isn't a factor of 36, the number on the other side? What if 36 is not in the 3 times table? All right, well, I've got another approach. All right, so this says 3 lots of what's inside the brackets. So I've got 3 lots of X and I've got 3 lots of 10. That's 30. This stays the same. So just going to make a note here that what I've done here is to expand the brackets, multiply out the brackets, and we've done that quite recently. This I'm not doing anything with. This side is not really changing. It's not changing its size at all, so I don't need to do anything with this one. I can just copy that down onto the next line. And anything you're not working with, copy it onto the next line. All right, I've put here, don't forget to translate it. Make sure you understand what this equation says. It says a number times 3 and add 30 makes 36. All right, you don't need to write down what the translation is, but you should be making the translation in your head. Right? You should make sure you understand what this says, because when you do, you can see what to do next. Two things have happened to create this, times by 3 and then add 30. So when we go backwards, the first thing we get rid of is the add 30. Gone look. How do you get rid of add 30? The inverse of add 30 is take away 30. Whatever you do to one side, do to the other side. So 36, take away 30 is 6. Translate again. A number times by 3 is 6. I don't want the number times by 3, I want just the number. How do you get rid of times by 3? The inverse of times by 3 is divide by 3. If I divide by 3 on one side, I divide by 3 on the other side. What I'm trying to do is to use the same language and the same approach every time I do one of these questions, so that I'm not doing anything that's surprising to you. And when you see something new, you say, oh yeah, I can see how that's like what we've done before. I can have a go at that. Right, what do we do at this stage? We check that it's right. Okay, and number 2, add it to 10, makes 12. 3 lots of 12 is 36. Or you could do it here. 3 lots of 2 is 6. Add 30 is 36. Okay. Your turn. Have a go at this question. You'll see I've written it out twice because I've shown you 2 different methods. Why don't you try both methods, see which you like best. Okay? I think the first way is nicer, but it doesn't always work. This way, second way, not quite so elegant. Okay, takes a little bit longer. See, I took 4 lines instead of 3. But this works all the time. This doesn't. Or at least not as nicely. Anyway, pause the video, have a go at the question. I'll talk to you again afterwards. Right, so here we go. What does this question say? It says, there's a number that when I add 9 to it and then multiply by 3, I get 36. So the last thing that happened was times by 3. That's what I get rid of. A number, add 9, equals something. How did I get rid of the times by 3? I did the inverse to times by 3. I divided by 3. I did it on the left hand side, and so I do it on the right hand side as well. 36 divided by 3 is 12. Translate again. My number, add 9, is 12. I don't want my number, add 9. I want just my number. So the add 9 has got to go. How do you get rid of add 9? Inverse of add 9 is take away 9, and we do that on both sides. That gives me 3. Let's check that. 3 add 9 is 12, and 3 lots of 12 is 36. All right. How else might I have done that? Well, I might have chosen to multiply out these brackets. 3 lots of x is 3x, and 3 lots of 9 is 27. 3x and 27 is 36. Pause and make sure you understand what this equation means. A number times by 3 and add 27 makes 36. The last thing to happen was add 27. So that's what we get rid of first. How do you get rid of add 27? The inverse of add 27 is take away 27. Do it on both sides. 36 take away 27 is 9. Read and translate. 3x is 9. 3 times by my number is 9. What happened to create this? Times by 3. So get rid of times by 3. How do you undo times by 3? inverse of times by 3 is divide by 3. Do it on both sides. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Check. 3 add 9 is 12. 3 lots of 12 is 36. Here, 3 times 3 is 9. Add 27 is 36. Okay, got 2 methods there, which will hopefully stand you in good stead. How have I summarised this? Translate it, because it tells you what to do. Check that you're right by substituting your answer back into the question line. All right, that's it. Take your time, have a go, let me know how you get on.